So, thank you for spending some time with us tonight to learn about some of the mistakes that health coaches are making that absolutely breaks my heart. One of my passions is to help take people from a place of despair and hopelessness in their health. Many times they're in confusion, and helping them to not only see a vision for their health, but to help them get there. And I know that many of you on the call, if you're listening to this, that's your passion, or at least part of it, because that's what we do as health coaches. So I'm going to be leading you through the call tonight. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Amber Teal. I am CEO and one of the co-founders of The Healthy Edge. And so you can see my credentials there on the screen. I have a background of anatomy and physiology and biology and being a volleyball coach and all that great, awesome stuff. So I love to educate. I love to coach. I love to empower. And for the last 7 years, I have supported over 400 coaches in becoming certified in the health coaching industry. And I've also developed some systems to help health coaches be successful in that industry. And so we're going to identify some of those mistakes. If you are a health coach, this may be like, thanks, Amber. This is kind of after the fact. But if you're just new to coaching, this is going to be really great insight coming from a lot of experience. So the first place we need to start is why health coaching? Health coaching is so rewarding. You can see a before and after picture here of Leanne, who is one of our Healthy Edge graduates of our lifestyle system, but she's also a health coach with us. And I love the fact that when you are a health coach, not only are you helping other people on their health journey, but it really supports you on your health journey. I have never been held more accountable than when I have been a coach because you're talking to people, daily, weekly, you're talking to your clients and you're empowering them and inspiring them and helping them break through. And you can't help but want to be in integrity and to take your health to the next journey. And it's fun to see people realize that health doesn't have to be scary or difficult or impossible, to really show people that it can be simple and it can be realistic. So there's lots of reasons why people become health coaches, but probably you have some type of drive that has this desire. You've been gifted in some way to help people that look at their life, their health in particular, and they think it's impossible for me to get to this place with my health. And my favorite part of health coaching is seeing somebody see that it is possible and then being along the journey with them as they go from impossible to possible. So I would just ask you, as you listen to this presentation, if you're making a decision about becoming a health coach, or if you already are a health coach, it's most important as a foundational piece of your business and how you operate every day with every interaction that you understand why it is that you want to be a coach. Why is it? This is so important because this is what drives us through the mundane stuff of the business side, the accounting, creating packages, following up with payment plans. I mean, all that stuff that you're like, oh, Amber, I'm not passionate about that. Yeah, you might not be passionate about that aspect, but overall, why is it that you want to be a health coach? And for many of you, you probably have felt that this is a gifting in your life. And I do not think that there's anything that happens by coincidence. There's not there's not any mistake or just, oh, by the way, you happen to be on this webinar listening to this call. There's a purpose for you to be here. And same thing with that desire that you have to be a health coach. There's a purpose there and a passion. So I would ask you to get really clear about your why. And if you know what your why is, I would love for you to share that, those of you that are attending live, and share why it is that you want to be a health coach or you're in health coaching. I'd love to read that at the end. Now, the bottom line is that we want to be able to get paid for our passion. I think everybody's dream is waking up every day, loving what they do, looking forward to what they do, and then, oh, by the way, I'm going to get paid for this. And I'm not just going to get paid for this as a hobby. I'm going to get paid for this, and it's going to be my livelihood. and you can make money coaching. This is one of the biggest questions that people have. And most of the time, it's because if they're in health coaching, they may not be experiencing a lot of success in terms of making money. And that's one of the reasons for this call tonight, is to really help you identify, why don't coaches make money? Why do they fail to capitalize on their gifts and make this into a business? So you can see the statistics here that in 2010, the salary for wellness coaches was between $23,000 and $62,000 a year. That's not too bad, especially if you're in a dual income family. This is pretty awesome. And personal wellness coaches, they can charge anywhere from $100 to $150 an hour. And absolutely, people are agreeing all over, not just the Bureau of Labor Statistics, but you can read article after article about the trend in health and wellness coaching. You can also see this trend expanding into the corporate world. People need coaches. Let's face it. I mean, lots of people have used business coaches for a long time. And now there's these health and wellness coaches. And it's because people are confused in this area of their life and they really don't know what to do. Even though we're bombarded with so much information, I mean, we can get information on anything with a click of a button. When it comes to health, there's so much information that people are confused. And so they really want an expert, someone that they can trust, that will walk alongside of them and help them get control of an area of their life that is so important because it really affects every other area of their life. Without our health, we literally are unable to do the things that make most of us happy. The reason that most of us think that we're here, enjoying family, relationships, businesses, making a difference in the world. And so this is a trend. People are looking to health and wellness coaches, and they are willing to pay them. So let's talk about the 7 reasons. I had to add 2 more. I was going to do 5. I gave you 7. So if we run a little bit over, I apologize. But these are what I have seen over the last 7 years, the 7 reasons that coaches fail. Number 1, they think that everyone is their client. Now, we can all agree, because we're all like-minded on this call, that every single person needs to focus on their health. And most everyone that you meet has some type of health issue, whether it's weight, they're tired all the time, they have bowel issues, they don't sleep. So of course, every person you meet, you're thinking, they need me, they need me. This is the number one biggest mistake. So you're trying to fish in a huge, huge ocean and you're not catching anything, when the better approach is just a really small pond where you are able to catch exactly what it is that you're looking for. So what we encourage our coaches to do, and I would encourage you to get very clear on who is your ideal client. It's like the number one step in building a health coaching business. It doesn't mean that you're not going to get people outside of that, but if you know who you're going for, then you can identify, what are their problems? What are their needs? What are their desires? What are their income? What are the things that are most important to them? When you pick a certain type of person, that person is going to be able, you're going to be able to answer those questions, and then you're going to be able to specifically market to them. So for example, I work with women that are between 40 to 55 years old. They're in the second stage of their life. They've spent the first stage of their life basically sacrificing and giving their time to their kids, their spouse, their job, and they have completely let themselves go. And they have no idea who they are anymore. And so they're trying to rediscover themselves. And they realize that all this time that they've been spending on other people, it has not only taken a toll on their physical health, but emotionally, they come to me like very, very drained and lost. And so many of these women have eating disorders. They have a lot of emotional stuff, and they are done dieting. That's the other big key with my ideal client, is that they've already done the diets in their 20s and 30s, and they know that that doesn't work. So they're really looking for a lifelong solution. So those type of women, are typically professional women. They've had a career, they're very well educated, they're into personal development. So as you can tell, as you can see as I'm talking and I'm getting excited, I know my ideal client. I mean, I know them inside and out. And there's many aspects of my life that resonates with that type of ideal client. So when I go out, I attract these people through my marketing, through the places that I speak, through who I want to interact with at networking events. I mean, I can spot them from across the room. So I am very, very good and efficient at getting these clients engaged and listening to their gaps, which I already know what they are, and then being able to say, yes, I absolutely can help you. Not only can I help you, but I've helped many women just like you, and this is how I do it. So getting very specific, this is the hardest thing for people to do in their business because they think that they're not going to get enough business if they're too narrow. It's actually absolutely the opposite. The more that you can get focused in on, laser focused on the niche, even if it's a really teeny tiny small niche, trust me, that niche is going to know that you're talking to them. And that's the biggest thing. You don't want to just be screaming in a room full of like 1,000 people that are also screaming. You want to be in a room of 10 people where you go, hey, and those 10 people turn around and look at you. So that's the number one reason, is that people are way too broad and they do not focus. So because of that, they have very poor marketing and branding because they don't know who their ideal client is. So they post something on Facebook that says, hey, I'm here to help people get healthy. If you want to get healthy and you want to lose weight, contact me. Now that's everyone. That is just white noise. It's way too broad. Although people are like, yeah, that's me. They know that it's also every other person that's looking at this Facebook post. But if you say, hey, moms of, kids have just gone off to college, and now you and your husband are looking at each other, twiddling your thumbs, wondering what you're going to do with the next 40, 50 years of your life. And you realize, oh, by the way, as I was raising my children, I totally let myself go. And you've lost the passion out of your relationship. You don't have the money to be able to travel. You don't even have the energy to be able to, get up off the couch after dinner, on and on and on, as you can see. Now, somebody who's reading that, who's sitting on the couch with a person who just went off to college and looking at their husband going, yeah, that's my life, they're going to respond. So as soon as you find out who it is that you're going after, then you're going to be able to market and brand specifically to those people. I mean, you're going to be able to use words and sentences and stories that they're like, whoa, how did that person get into my head? For those of you that have heard me speak live, I get that all the time. Like, Amber, you were in my head. I'm like, yeah, I was in your head because I've been you. So that's how you want people to feel. So there's poor marketing and branding because it's way too broad, way too generic, because people don't know who they're marketing to. Next thing, coaches, because we're heart-centered and we're givers and we're lovers. One of the biggest mistakes I see is that we give away too much for free. You get somebody on the phone or you go out to coffee with them, you spend 2 hours or 3 hours talking to them, and by the time they're done, they feel great. They feel like they have a plan. They feel like they've been listened to. They feel like they've gotten all this value, and you just gave away the farm. There's a technique and a strategy to getting people to see that, one, you know what you're talking about, and two, that it is worth paying you for the wealth of knowledge and what it is that you can bring to their life. So that is that is a huge, huge, huge mistake, is giving away your content, giving away your time, giving away your tools, giving away, if you're doing something that's a paid event, go ahead and come for free. Big mistake. And then when you do get someone to say yes, because a lot of health coaches have their own money issues, you don't charge enough. So now you are begging and pleading for this person to work with you, and you've cut your prices in half. You've allowed them to go on a payment plan. You're going to do 50% off, and you're going to allow them to bring a friend, and you've given all this away. And one of the things that recently has totally really been like branded on my brain is that people will show up according to how much they've paid. So the money that you charge them is actually, if you think about it, you're doing them a service. When I had clients, I mean, I used to charge like $250, just being totally vulnerable, $250 for somebody to work with me for like 8 weeks. And these people they missed calls, they wouldn't do their homework, they wouldn't, follow through on the action items they did. And then I realized that it wasn't me. I mean, I was making it about me. Maybe I'm not a good coach. Maybe I'm not holding, maybe I need to be a little bit tougher. No, 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 no. That had nothing to do with it. What people spend their money on is equivalent to their commitment level. So now I charge $1,000 a month for people to work with me. These people, they are on it. I mean, they are so invested because the value, the price that they had to pay is equivalent to how they show up. So it's very important as health coaches that we get very clear from the beginning that that number that you put on the package isn't really as much to do with what you're going to bring to the table, what you're going to offer. It's really allowing them to step up and bring their best selves. Because in health coaching, unfortunately, health coaches, we can't do it for them. Write that down. Can't do it for them. If you are going to beat yourself up because your client's eating Twinkies and ding dongs and wine every night, and you're thinking, oh, I'm failing as a coach, we address this very early in our certification that you are not responsible for how your client decides to handle their health. You are there to help them get clarity, to help them overcome obstacles, to ask powerful questions, to help them get the answers that are within them. But trust me, it has nothing to do with us. And so a lot of times we will attach ourselves to our clients' results. Well, for me, I can guarantee that my clients are going to get results if they're paying me a certain amount of money. Guarantee. Because since I've raised my prices to where they needed to be, I have yet to have a client quit, not finish the program. I use a lifestyle system so that it's easy to educate my clients, or even not show up on a call because that price. And if they don't show up on call, they're like, Amber, can I reschedule? Oh, can you get me in at this time? So this is super, super huge for you to really get into your heart that the price, although you may be having some worthiness issues, it's really a disservice to your clients if you're not charging enough. The next thing is no proven system to guarantee results. So if you start to work with a client and your client has this issue over here and they don't know how to do this, and then they don't know how to do this over here, you're trying to teach somebody how to be healthy. And most of the time, you're trying to teach them how to get their family healthy too. And there's a lot of elements to being healthy. There's reading food labels. There's what are they going to do when they go to work? There's what are they going to do for exercise? What are the best types of exercise? What about stress and how that affects their health and how they deal with it? There are so many topics. So when you have a client, they're going to go into overwhelm and they're going to go into confusion. And as a health coach, it's very easy to go there with them. Oh, I have all this to do and this to do, and I don't know how to do this. And what about my grocery list and pantry list? And I don't know what to make for my kids for dinner. They're going to go there and you're going to have to calm them down. But if you have a system and you can say, listen, every week we're going to take a new aspect of health. We're going to break it off and we're going to dissect it and we're going to talk about it. And after 8 weeks or 12 weeks or however long you work with them, you're going to have the complete foundation that you need to live a healthy lifestyle for the rest of your life. And by the way, you're going to get your energy and you're going to get your bowels straightened out and you're going to be sleeping better and you're going to lose inches and you're going to release weight. How does that sound? People sigh, oh, good, because I have so much that I need to know. And then they're going to go into confusion again. Well, what about the recipes? I need to go to the grocery store today because I'm so excited about getting healthy, but I don't even know what to do at the grocery store. So what am I going to buy? What am I going to make my family? And they're going to go into confusion. And you're going to go, listen, go here. And there's hundreds of recipes. And I want you to go on there with your family. And I want you to pick 2 recipes that your family and you decide. And you're going to make that. And you're going to have leftovers the next day. So you're going to be able to lead them because you have a system. With no system, you're going to feel like every time you get on the call with a client, you are going through the ringer. You're like a hamster on a wheel, and they're going to spin you into bad places. This was huge for me. I was training clients as a personal trainer, and I was spending so much energy answering their questions, talking about what they were going to buy at the grocery store, making them smoothies, like literally showing them how to make a smoothie. It was like on and on and on. And again, I was giving stuff away for free. I wasn't charging enough money for my training based on all the extra stuff I was giving them. And I had no system. If they wanted to learn about nutrition and stress management and all these other things, I had no system. So I had to do this all myself. And so that's one of the reasons why I created some of the tools that we have for health coaches, is because, man, that was exhausting and it was expensive. Another big mistake is that they work in the business and not on the business. So you may get really excited because you have 5 clients, and that's really great, but you're not planning for growth. So what happens when 2 of those clients move, or 3 of those clients come to the end of their term and they don't want to renew with you? And then you're going, oh my gosh, I have no clients, I have no revenue. So there has to be a business plan. And a lot of health coaches get certified, and they're great health coaches and they know a lot about health and how to help their clients, but they don't get any training on how to have a strategy for growth. You want your business to continue to grow. You want to continue to improve your packages, raise the prices of your packages, bring added value to your clients, have campaigns throughout the year that clients look forward to, that they know, hey, in January, I always do this challenge with my health coach. And you want to create that consistency with your brand and your business plan. And so that's the other thing that I knew was crucial with these systems that I've created for health coaches, is that you guys have to have a strategy. You have to have a business plan. You have to know where you're going, especially if this is your sole income. So if you know how much you need to make a year to make ends meet, and to also have some money for you to contribute and to have a good time, because that's what life's about and money provides us opportunities to do that, then we need to work backwards from that. And we need to create a business plan and a strategy so that you know exactly what it is that you need to create and how you're going to create it so that you can be a successful business. And the 7th one, investing in your own personal growth. Your business will only grow to the level that you yourself grow. And we had a call earlier this week with our health coaches, and I challenged them that if they have not spent the amount of money on a coach that they're currently charging their own clients, that could be exactly what their barrier is. So if they don't have people saying yes to the prices that they've established, again, my question would be, well, have you ever paid that? And so I have taken this on because I made a commitment that I was going to increase my prices this year. And so I hired a coach that is basically 4 times what I'm charging. And I tell you what, I play a whole different game with that coach. And so it's given me this confidence of, wow, it really is true that my commitment level is really equal to my investment. And so that has allowed me to build the confidence to increase my prices and to be able to go out and actually get people to say yes. The other thing is that as your business grows, and you expand and you're getting more clients and you're getting better at what you're doing, there needs to be you need to have things continuously coming into you, both on your personal growth side. So this is mindset. One of the things that I've brought to our coaching systems that I think is 80% of the reason why coaches get results is because of their mindset. How you look at things, the questions you ask, whether you look at something as a negative or a problem, or you look at it as an opportunity for growth, is huge. So we spent a lot of time on personal growth. We also spent a lot of time on business growth and strategies and ideas that are working for other people that we can learn from. I mean, one of the best ways to be successful is to find somebody who is successful and basically follow what they've done. So we do that within our coaches community. We want to learn from other coaches what's happening in your business that is allowing you to blow it up, and coaches share that with each other. So it's really important for you to get with a community of people that are in the same type of industry, that are moving ahead, that are experiencing great growth, for you to really piggyback on that. And then when you have a great win, then you're the leader and you're able to share that with them. So these are the top 7 reasons why coaches fail. And I've given you some solutions to these, just very broad solutions. And so now what I would like to do is talk to you about how to close this gap. So if you feel like you've made all these mistakes, or if you're a new coach and you're going, oh my gosh, that sounds like a lot of work, how do you close the gap? Well, the first thing is finding a proven system. So what I'm going to share with you is, again, the system that over the last 7 years, I've shared with over 400 health coaches that have become certified, that they can use in their business, so that they can spend more time doing what they love, which is coaching, and less time trying to figure out how to make it work. So the first thing is getting that proven system, having a lifestyle program. If you're a health coach, you're really going to be addressing all aspects of their health: physical, emotional, spiritual, even financial, relationship. You may not spend as much time in some of those other categories, but trust me, it's all together. They're going to be talking about a lot of that stuff. So we have provided 8 courses and recipes that you're able to use with your clients that are available online. So they're able to access this wherever they are, from their iPad, their iPhone, their computer, and their family can access this as well. So this is how you lead people through the education and the mindset, because we do a lot of stuff on mindset in these courses, so that they can really learn how to think like a healthy person, and they can learn how to actually read food labels and prepare healthy meals and control their blood sugar throughout the day and not have nighttime cravings. So we teach all of that with an online portal. And then we have this home kit. So the other part of a proven system is not just having online stuff. Everybody loves to go online, but there's something about having tangible materials. So we've already created these tools, and you can see them over to the right if you're actually watching this. We have a wellness tracker, we have a guidebook, we have a cookbook, and this is what people are going to be working with. These are things that they're going to be writing in, and they're going to be reading, and they're going to be carrying with them. So they're really immersed in this relationship that they have with you, and this lifestyle transformation that's going on. So that's one way to close the gap, is to choose a system. So again, I'm sharing with you our system at the Healthy Edge that we've created. There are other systems out there. Many of them are product-based. Many of them are prepackaged meals. It really depends on if they're in alignment with your values. Specifically, at the Healthy Edge, we believe in whole foods. We believe that people need to be eating things as close to nature as possible. We don't promote, paleo, gluten-free, dairy-free, vegetarian. We know that people fall into those categories. For example, I'm celiac and I'm dairy-free. But in terms of health, we want people to be able to make those decisions themselves. But no matter what, they're eating whole foods. So even if you're a vegetarian, you're still eating whole foods. If you eat meat, you're still eating whole foods. If you're gluten-free, still eating whole foods. Some of those foods may be taken out of the equation if you're allergic to them or avoiding them, but we really believe in whole foods and drinking water, moving your body, finding things that you like to do to move your body, managing stress, taking high-quality supplements, which is something that you can actually recommend if you have a product that you love. And so having that system in place, that can absolutely close the gap. The second is having a business strategy already there for you, or at least a step-by-step way or plan to actually get a business strategy. So we address this through our certification. Through our certification, we take you through business development and strategy, and this includes identifying your ideal client, figuring out what your value per hour is, pricing that out, making your different packages that you're going to offer your clients, how are you going to market yourself and brand yourself, and really taking you through step by step. When you get done with the certification, you have a business plan. literally a business plan with your business values, your personal values, your plan for the year. It's incredible. But again, we have to hold your hand and take you through it. This is the part that people don't want to do, but this is why businesses fail. If you don't want to have a business plan and you don't want to run a business, then get hired by somebody to be a health coach. Literally. I mean, I'm not saying this to knock you down, but if you want to be an employee, be an employee. But if you want to be a business owner, you have to do the foundation that business owners do to be successful. So that's another gap. And then with the business strategy, knowing that you are an expert, building that confidence and that competence in what it is that you do, because there are definite skills that coaches have to have, that they have to be able to do. And we teach skills, powerful questions. I'm going to go through that in just a couple minutes, but it's very important to have that confidence as well. And then your growth. So for us, we address this by connecting our community of coaches together so that they can interact on a daily and weekly basis with each other, as well as us interacting with them, sharing places that they're stuck, situations they have with clients, and really supporting each other through those types of situations. And then we provide training. So for us, we provide quarterly training, and that could be on health issues, that could be a business training, that could be a mindset training. And then we also have coaching where a lot of our coaches are in masterminds together. So they're actually coaching each other, as well as doing role playing scenarios and keeping themselves up to speed on their coaching skills. So let me show you what the business model of using some of our systems look like. So you say, Amber, okay, if your system can close the gaps, I can get a business strategy. I have a system to take my clients through. I'm going to learn how to market myself. What does that look like? So when you lead somebody through what we call our Healthy Edge Lifestyle Program, which is 8 courses online with the guidebook and the cookbook and the wellness tracker. So your client's getting this kit. And you can take them through a one-on-one coaching relationship, which looks like a face-to-face meeting or a coaching call. Coaching calls are great because then you can coach people from all over the world. You can see what goes on with that. You have your weekly personal coaching. You're going to use the wellness tracker to hold them accountable. We coach you on how to use all these tools in your one-on-one coaching. We recommend that you charge a minimum of $549. Now, that is the bare minimum. I'm just getting started as a health coach. I don't know what I'm doing. Great. Those of you that are already health coaches or you already know that your value is way more than that, we have coaches charging double, triple that amount. And then there's an opportunity to do group coaching. So if you're a fitness instructor or a teacher and you love to be in front of a group, you actually can use the system in a group format. And you have group meetings. You still use the wellness tracker in a little different way. We teach you how to do that. So those are really the business models that you use our system to either take people one-on-one through the coaching or to take people through a group experience. And every time somebody goes through this experience, this coaching relationship with you, you pay the Healthy Edge $120. So that is your overhead. That is your cost per client. So as you can see, many coaches that are charging $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, whatever that looks like, then 120 of that goes back to the Healthy Edge. That pays for the person's online access to the program as well as their home kit. So that's what the business model looks like. So here's just some things that our coaches are saying. And again, if you have questions that are coming up from you, those of you that are on live, I know those of you that are watching the recording, there's no way you can do this, but go ahead and type in your questions if you have questions coming up about the business model or about how we address those gaps, and I will get to those questions. So here's just some of the things our coaches are saying. The Healthy Edge does so much to prepare you to be a great coach and business owner. That was one of my goals, was that they would feel like they were not only competent as a coach, but that they really felt like they had a strong, solid business. Second one says the Healthy Edge offers top-notch training. The support offered is superb and personal. Yes, we get very personal. We know all of our coaches personally. CEO Amber Teal is taking this vision to the top, and I'm going to be there with her and the rest of the coaches changing the world. The best personal development training I've ever experienced for business and coaching, and that is from somebody that has been in the coaching industry for a long time. Now, there's one more piece to this. After the lifestyle program, or maybe before. Let's say you have somebody that's not ready to go through a total lifestyle transformation. We also have mini series, many opportunities that you could coach people through. So, for example, emotional eating or around stress and hormones. So, as a health coach with the Healthy Edge, you get access to these series, and your clients can get access to these as well. And you can actually be coaching them through one specific area that they would like to focus on. This is incredible to get people interested in the lifestyle program, but it's also incredible to continue the coaching beyond the initial 8-week course. So that's available to you as well. So, as joining the Healthy Edge as a coach, you get a business kit. And in this business kit, you're going to get your online certification. We're going to set you up with a 1-hour consultation with a personal business coach. We're going to give you your marketing materials. This is your business cards and brochures and cookbooks and an intro DVD that you can use to show people, a water bottle that's going to help with your branding. And then for those of you that want to do a group program, we will actually give you that. Well, everyone gets this, but if you're doing a group program, this is going to be really helpful because we give you the 8 courses on DVD. So as you're doing group facilitation, you can actually watch the videos with your group, and that is an option of how to do the group classes. The first client that you take through the Healthy Edge, we've already provided you with that first participant membership. So you already have that in your back pocket. And so your first client, you pay nothing to the Healthy Edge. You can simply activate them and give them their home kit. And then we're going to give you your own tools. So the Getting Started Right guidebook, your wellness tracker. We're going to give you those 5 cookbooks, which are also up in the materials, but I put it down there too. And so you're going to have access to those for your own copies. We have an online coaches community. You get access to that right away, that you can start interacting with our coaches and watch them interact as well. And then 3 months of the admin fee waived, which I'm going to talk about in 1 minute. The business kit also includes a 3-day skills training. Now, this does not include travel or lodging, but the 3-day skills training is something that we do multiple times during the year, and this is required for certification. This is where you get immersed in the skills. So what that looks like is we're going to teach you through interaction, asking powerful questions and one-on-one coaching skills and getting up in front of a group and coaching. We want you to have a playful arena. I like to use fluffy words to make it really fun. We're going to use a little playful arena or playful opportunity for you to be able to be coach with other people that are coaches. So to make your mistakes, to get your questions answered, to get your skills dialed in. So we want you to use this opportunity to get really confident so that when you go out into the world and you actually have to give somebody a 30-minute consultation because you need clients, or you're actually coaching people through the program, you've already done it. You've already been in a situation where you've been immersed in coaching and you've had that experience. It's so, so, so huge. So how to overcome objections, going over your business plan and making sure that that's in alignment with what you want to create. So Karen Kapusta, our Director of Education and Training, and myself, we actually facilitate this 3-day training. We have one coming up in Tacoma at the end of March, the 27th through the 29th. And we also have other coaches that are seasoned coaches in the Healthy Edge that will be brushing up on their skills, and you'll be able to learn from them as well. So that's super exciting. So most people ask, Amber, okay, what's the ongoing obligation? What's the ongoing cost? So we do not, currently we do not have any yearly renewal of any sort. But what we do have is an admin fee of $20. That is waived for your first 3 months. But the admin fee is basically what covers our support team that supports you pretty much around the clock. We also have a very robust training site that's available to you, management of our online community. So those are just administrative things. So that's $20 a month. And with that $20 admin fee, you are an active coach with the Healthy Edge, and you are able to buy participant memberships and activate your clients and take your clients through the program. For those of you that are looking for a little bit more business support, so you really like the idea of not having to figure out how to run a business yourself, then we have something called a professional membership. So the professional membership includes the admin fee. So it's not an additional $20, it's actually built in there. And this is where we give you a business in a box. So we have rack cards and postcards and flyers and marketing campaigns and marketing calendars and landing pages for you to use. I mean, anything you could think of, quarterly business trainings. We give you 50% off any of the live events that we do in the area. So it's just a way for you to tap in to what we've created to support you on the business side. And so that is $97 a month for that ongoing professional membership. If you decide to become a professional member while you're going through your certification, which is 10 weeks in length, then we actually extend a $30 discount and we grandfather you in at $67. Okay, so again, I'm going to be answering questions. So those of you that have questions, go ahead and type those in. The certification is $2,497. So I'm just going to refer to it as $2,500. That includes your certification and your business kit. That is the business kit and the 3-day intensive training. And we do ask that you fill out an application. Now we're 7 years into creating the Healthy Edge, and we really want to make sure not only that you think that we're a great fit, we want to also make sure that you're a great fit for us. We know very specifically coaches and the coaches that have had a lot of success with our system, and we want you to have success. One of the things I want to be very, very clear about is that we are not a health coach certification company. That is not our primary focus. Our primary focus is transforming people's health. Our goal is to take 1,000 people through the Healthy Edge program this year, and then that number just continue to grow every year. Our focus is the end user. We use coaches to facilitate that vision because we believe that people need somebody to hold their hand. They need somebody that believes in them and stands next to them and says, hey, you can do it. An online program with books is not enough for many people to move out of where they are to someplace new. So unlike other certification programs that are out there, they are health coach certification programs, period. You get certified and you're on your own. For us, you get certified, but then we're here to help you touch your end user because that is our vision, to help people live the abundant life, to get to those people that are lost and hopeless and are going down a path of diabetes and cancer and all these generational things that have been in their family for generations. We are here to reverse those trends. And so that I want to be very specific about that because that's why we have this application process. We want to make sure that we are going to have the vision forwarded and that you are going to be able to have success and to do what you want to do with your coaching business. So to submit your application, you want to visit getthehealthyedge.com. And on that page, you're going to see a tab called Certified Coaches, and you're going to click on Become a Coach. And so once you fill out the application, we have a team of people that look over that, and we may even get you on a phone call. Again, we want to make sure that it's a good fit for both of us, and then we'll go from there. Now, for those of you that are watching this recording, or if you're live, I always like to give incentives, not even incentives, I like to give rewards to people that have spent their precious time to learn about something like this and put the time and effort into trying to take yourself to the next level. So if you're watching this, I have a bonus offer of 3 months of the professional membership. And you're going to want to mention this, hey, I saw that offer. And if you say, hey, I saw that offer, as you're going through the process of becoming a coach, we're going to extend to you 3 months of that $97 a month membership so that you can experience what it feels like to have that full business support for you to take advantage of. So again, I want to thank you. I went a little bit over because I'm so passionate about this, and I really hope that this blessed you in some way in your health coaching business or on your way to become a health coach. I am going to stop the recording, but I'm going to stay on for those of you that are live to answer questions. And again, you want to submit your application at getthehealthyedge.com. You want to click on certified coaches, go to become